Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 6 of your Detroit Red Wings franchise mode here on NHL 20. As in today's episode, we are about to come into one of the biggest episodes in franchise history. We're coming into another big draft where we're going to have to make a lot of big moves. We unfortunately did not win the lottery. We lost it as we moved back one pick to 5th overall and missing the top 4 picks in this draft, which are A2 Ratu, Jackson Steckel, the Michigan-born guy, Abel Gray, and Trevor Wong. Our goal is to try to pick up the hometown boy in Jackson Steckel because we know he's going to be picked up 2nd overall, and we're going to see if the pick wants to be moved. Also, I've been on this franchise mode group for this a long amount of time now, and I always see that Robbie Fabbri always asks a fuck ton of money. 6 years at holy fucking $8 million for Robby Fabbri for $8 million for 71 points. He's had 2 consecutive good seasons, but that's going to be a really fucking ballsy move by us if we do try to sign Robbie Fabbri to that big of a... I mean, I wouldn't mind 5 years at 6.9. That's a bit better. Not at $8 million, because we have a lot of fucking moving guys. We have a lot of young guys that could totally take his place without a doubt easily. He could be an irreplaceable guy. So we're also going to have to make some trades with Evgeny and Timoshev because their fucking trade value has ruined and looking like they want to out. So let's start this draft, man. I'm waiting for it. We have a lot of good picks. We have a lot of seconds, a lot of stuff that we can move up with. So I just want to be moving up into the 4th. I don't know. I don't care who we get. Anybody we get from this draft will be nice addition to the team. So not very many retirees like Camus, big retirement there. And that's really it. Nobody else really big retirement there. Detroit, we didn't lose any scouts or GMs, so that's nice. And now let's continue to the draft. I want to get this started, baby. All right. So let's go. Let's see what we can get for this draft. Let's see what type of moves we can do. And nobody from that top 4 wants to move any picks. Everyone wants to stay still. So that's kind of shitty. So we can move some picks, though, so we can get another first-round pick, which I would not mind getting another first-round draft pick, because let's see what there is at that 16-17 area, because we got all these guys, which we're going to pick one of these guys. Don't know who we're going to fucking pick. 16, Huskin, Cole Huskins, another centerman, Robada. Oh, I picked him up one time. He's pretty solid for my GM mode that I'm in right now, but no really big defenseman. You got him at 19, or 21, I guess. Huskin 9 and medium elite. Nothing really too exciting up here. There's not a very exciting. Yeah, might as well just keep the picks that we have. I think that's the best way that we can put it, is just keep the picks that we have and draft with what we can get. So that's what we're gonna do with this draft, which is unfortunate, but we don't want to trade away our entire future just to try to go after somebody. So we're also going to see if there's any big players out there that we can maybe pick up to help the team out for next year. John Klingberg, TJ Brody, fuck, those are some big players right there. Our defense, I feel like, I think we're just going to wait for free agency, because I don't want to make any trades right now that's going to cost us the future or whatever. I think keeping the team the way that it is right now is just going to be the smart idea. So that's what we're going to do, because we got a pretty good top 4. Also, what is Brendan Dillon's contract? It's on nothing right now, right? No trade clause, nothing? Yeah, he's on nothing right now, I think. Right, because we didn't get him on anything. Sweet. So we can do whatever we want with Brendan Dillon, which might be traded away. We might trade him away. But for right now, we'll worry about that later. Let's get to our pick. So, Jackson Steckel, or... Oh, no way. LA, you're a fucking god. They picked Cole fucking Cylinder over Abel Gray, which that means we're going to get... Oh, Jackson Steckel would be such a nice guy to have on the team. So the Michigan-born player going all the way over to New Jersey. We're definitely going to keep an eye on him. See how his career pans out there in New Jersey with Jack Hughes. I mean, that's going to be a deadly-ass team. But we have a chance to pick up one of the best defensemen, Marc-Edouard Vlasic, which I think could go great alongside of an Andrei Syorkin. Defensive defenseman. He's all ready for next year. I feel like we're going to play him smart, though, and we're going to keep him down in the Liga I think we're going to keep him down in the Liga for 1 year. Just because our team's dog shit, I don't want to try to risk him and play hockey and get him fucking risked anything. I just want to keep him down there in AHL and let him develop down there. Really nobody. So we're going to go after this Darren Hoffman guy. Not too bad, 64 overall. That's not a bad pick for the Detroit Red Wings. Another second-round pick here. There's absolutely nobody to talk about, so let's see what there is for potential-wise. Fredrik Josefsson, yes, we need a goaltender, and we need a goaltender for our future badly. 47 overall, meh. But, I mean, what can you get? I mean, it's nothing too spectacular right now for the team. Sorry, guys. Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry for that. The fucking vacuum is going off there for a bit, so we're back though. We're good. So we got the next pick, which is so funny because I've been seeing these guys, Dini Guru. I seen him a couple of times on my Vegas Golden Knights franchise mode that I've been doing. I'm like fucking 15 years down the road, and he was a beast. So somebody I think I might take him is Denny Guru. I might want to give him a try just because I want to see how well he develops. And then we'll also get that Brant Clark kid as well, which we all know he's a fucking good defenseman. I've had him before. He develops very, very nicely into a nice top 4 defenseman. Then we also get another pick. Oh my lord, the amount of picks we have here in the second round is just nuts. So we get another second round pick here for the boys. Might as well go after another goaltender. I mean, might as well. We have the amount of picks we have. I mean, I'm not going to be too sad if we get a shitty pick out of one of the players. So that's pretty good amount of picks there that we got. Now let's just start drafting random players and see what we can get for luck. I mean, probably not very much for luck, but round 4. Now, we didn't get too much picks for round 3 or round 4. Oh, fuck. Hang on, boys. Alright, there we go. I'm back. Sorry, guys. My computer was dying. Sorry, guys, if the audio is all shit. Really can't do anything about it now. The computer was trying to die on me. So, Sergei Kulisov, low elite defenseman. Nice. Hopefully, we get the Super Russians back here in Detroit, right? I mean, this team has just been such a beast team for drafting Russians and shit. Just European players in general. This team has been great for doing that. And, I mean, they're starting to go off like Larkin and Mantha and stuff like that. But this team, I love how they reinvented, they got the Europeans in the league. Like, if you really think about it, that's big Super Russian line with Igor Larionov, I can't even remember his name, and a couple other the Russian players. I can't even remember all their names. I'm fucking cannot speak English today. It seems like I'm slurring all my words. I'm like have a real struggle today to talk. Which is kind of shitty. I don't want to have a struggle to talk. I just want to be able to chit-chat and talk and chillax. I'm also sorry, guys, that the fucking webcam dies on me today, because I recorded already 23 minutes of this video. Even though it hasn't been 23 minutes, it's only been a couple minutes. Jack Quinn, that's a nice looking player too. Dylan Spencer, I like the name, Dylan Spencer. I don't think we're going to get any other luck, so we're just going to sim the entire draft, see if the AI can get us some lucky picks. So now it's time for free agency here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what we will have to go through. Can we skip all this shit, please? Just get to the draft. And let's see what we have for players that we need to sign and stuff like that and what we need to do. A lot of AHL coaches want to be heading out, so we need to sign a lot of those players. But let's see how much money we have to spend and what players have turned into which. See, Robbie Fibery, for me, I love the guy to death, but for him being just a second-line player and him being that kind of performer that he's only for that line. Now he's wanting to take a cheaper cut, which I like him now. I mean, $6 million for a second-line player, I'll take that. And I will only take it if it's a no-trade clause. If it's not a no-trade clause, if it's something else, then we're not taking it because we don't need somebody like that being so expensive on our team. We just need somebody that's cheap, somebody that we can rely on, and someone that's not locked up on a stupid no-movement clause like we had with Dvorak and shit in Quebec and Bodker and fucking stuff like that. So he does want a no-trade clause, which I told him, I'm like, if you want to be on this team, choose a no-trade clause. And he chose a no-trade clause, so 4 years at $6.175 million for Fabbri. So we got him back on the team. We're not doing anything offense-wise. I think defensively, I definitely will think about picking up somebody defensively, and we need to fill out our depth. Depth is something we need to get developing on, right? We have no big defensive players, and I really want to start working on that fact, to start working on some big defensive players that could come in and join the team and stuff like that, and hopefully we can find those players. Abdelkader, how many years does he? Still has 2 years left. We'll just keep him on the team. We're not really in a big need for money right now. Franz Nielsen, he's fallen off the face of the earth. We're just going to buy him out. He's on a no-trade clause, if I am correct. Yes, he is. He's on a no-trade clause, so buy him out. We could use the extra money. And, I mean, he's only for 2 years, so I'm not going to be complaining. Joe Valena, I'm hoping he starts developing better defensively, and he could be a big-time player for us. Chevy, we could use you. Giovanni Smith, we could use you. Timoshev, Pearson, we could sign you back to another contract. Albin Gru, we need you back on this squad. We need to get rid of a couple of these players so we can sign a lot of the youngsters. Kravenko, Guru, nobody else. Low top 9, we really don't need to sign him back on the team. And that is really it. So we got everybody there. Defensively, we got Brennan Dillon, Philip, Hronek. Yes, we need to sign you to a deal. So 2 years of his last, of the remaining of his contract, we need to give him something. And I'd like to lock this guy up. He's a big-time defenseman on the team, alongside Cholowski and stuff like that. And I think, yep, no trade clause for Hronek. So at the last 2 years of his contract, we got to pay him something. So 4.150 for Hronek. I like that. Cholowski, he wants the 2 last years of his contract as well. We have to give him something. 6 years. That locks up 2 of our best defensemen on the team for a long time to come, which I like. So he wants have no movement clause, have no trade clause. So 1 year, no movement. 1 year, no trade clause, which I'm not going to complain about. So Cholowski, welcome to the team. Demeanors, we're going to get rid of Gustav Olofsson. He's not bad. We'll keep him. Might as well. Danny Dexter, he's kind of just tailing off. I feel like he's just going to be better if we buy him out. And he could be used towards some other team right now. So that'll be another guy that we buy out. So those are our 2 buyouts. That's all we get, I think. Which, I mean, that's all we need. Madison Bowie as well. He's kind of dropped off the face of the earth, too. He's at a 76 overall. He's just not too happy with the team. So maybe trading away him is a good idea. Joe Hicketts, will sign you back on the team. Lindstrom, we'll get you back on the team. Nemeth, no, you could go to free agency. Some other good team could sign you. None of these guys is looking too good. Brian Clark, not too bad. And then goaltending, Linus Ullmark. I do not want to get. I want a whole new goalie tandem. That's what I want, is a whole new goalie tandem for the team, and hopefully we can go for that. Christopher N, Philip Hronek, Robbie Fabbri signs, Hickett signs, Wood signs, Giovanni Smith, Chevy, Rasmussen, Cholowski signs, Nudstrom, Pearson, Olofsson, Gru. All right, awesome. We got everyone back on the team, and we officially have $23 million on the squad. And do we need to sign anybody else on the team? So nobody there. We got a couple players, probably Darren Helm. No. Nemeth, no. None of these guys I want to sign on the team. Bowie, this is the only guy, but we gave him a qualifying offer. So that is all good to go. We will sign some new scouts, and we'll keep these coaches, because I actually don't mind the coaches that we have right now. So we'll give you back the head coaching job, you the associate coach job, you the assistant coach job, and you the goalie coach job. And we'll keep it like that. Hopefully that'll be good. And then we will continue on the simulation to free agency. If none of those guys sign, then we'll just sign some new coaches to the team. He accepts. He wants a different job title, and he accepts. So we just need an assistant coach for the AHL, and Will Collins signs as well. So let's see what is in free agency for the Detroit Red Wings, and what my goal is. We already have a kind of a goal, so I'm not going to be really too worried about you guys putting your input in. I already know what I kind of want to do with this team, and that is making this team more defensive, right? We have the top 6 that's looking good, right? Fabbri, You got Strome, you got Danault, you got Bertuzzi, Mantha, Larkin. You got a pretty good top 6. But then you hit your bottom 6. It just kind of hits the fucking fan. And it's really shitty. It's a really shitty top 6. And we also need a top defenseman on this team, right? You have Siorkin developing, but I feel like another top. I mean, we really don't even need with Abel Gray in there. But I mean, we could get rid of Dylan. We could bring in veteran leadership. I think that's something we need, is veteran leadership on this team. So let's go out and let's make some moves for this team, and that is a huge motherfucker right there. Alex Pietrangelo. You're talking about a defenseman that can really shape the future of your team, is Pietrangelo. Right? Like, he's not the best defenseman in the world. Like, without a doubt, nowhere near the best. But maybe we go after somebody else, like maybe a Ryan Pulock. But man, Pietrangelo would be so nice. If we could get a nice contract from him, like 3 years at $11 million, I don't think would be too bad for the team. Where you get a legitimate top defenseman, develop in Siorkin, and get everyone else kind of ready. So you want to have no movement and have no trade clause. But then you have to worry about Abel Gray. So you're going to have to trade away Hronek or something like that, which I would not be too bad or too worried about. But then you kind of lose out on, like, Pietrangelo. He's only 31 years old. What happens if we don't make it to the playoffs this year, right? Like, what is the possibility of that happening? We don't even know if we're going to get the motherfucker. We might be better off trying to sign Ryan Pulock to the team, who's almost 27 years old. We could use him. He'll be better use than what Hronek is probably later on. And he could be that kind of leader guy to help us out. He's been in the playoffs before, right? He's been there. He's done that. And he doesn't want anything. He just wants to join the team for free. So I like the way that he's sounding. So 5.95 for Ryan Pulock to play alongside of Siorkin. This is too risky. It's way too risky. Starting goaltender now, Philip Grubauer. That fits the team fucking perfectly. A nice starting goaltender, Philip Grubauer. He had a .917 save percentage last year with Colorado. A very good, solid team. And if we could do that with us, I think Grubauer would be a perfect goaltender. And he only wants a no-trade clause. So, Grubauer, we will sign you up for 4 years at $5.625 million for Philip Grubauer. So that's two big players in Grubauer and Ryan Pulock joining the team. So that finalizes the defensive core there and gets us the one goaltender that we need. We also need a backup goaltender, which I think we'll just go cheap on somebody, Malcolm Subban. That'll be nice. So 2 years at $700 million. Okay, now we need the depth. The depth is a big thing for us because, I mean, that's just our whole future right there. We need a good third line. It's very obvious we need a good third line to help this team out for the future. So let's take a look at what we could do for third line centerman. That's what we want. Somebody that could be very solid defensively. Philip Danault would be nice, but he is very, very expensive. $5 million for 2 years. Chris Tierney, he could fit on all lines. So that's the thing about Philip Danault. Blake Coleman, he could fit on the third line. Not too bad defensively. But I am liking more of a Chris Tierney. Really good defensively. Would be a leadership guy. He's been through rebuilds before. I think Chris Tierney would be a perfect guy for the team. He wants $4 million, so that means a no movement clause or something will be added on to his contract. So what type of contract will Chris Tierney take? It will be a full-blown no movement clause, which I'll take the risk. $4.3 million for the next 2 years for Chris Tierney. I'm planning on having either Taro Heroes or whatever playing the left wing. So if we could just pick up somebody else, like kind of a goal scoring, kind of nice depth guy for the team that could play pretty well defensively and do some good stuff for the team. Ooh, Jason Palman. That's a very nice depth pickup for the team. Derek Stefan. I'm liking Duclair because Duclair could be a nice depth goal scorer for the team. And he was for the Calgary Flames and for the Ottawa Senators last year. So, Duclair, we will sign you for just a year at $3.1 million for Anthony Duclair. We will also sign another depth player for the team. Another nice defensive guy to help us out for the future of this team. If we could find some. Ooh, Tyler Bozak is so nice defensively. Yes. Tyler Bozak at 1.850. So that kind of fills out the team a little bit more. It gives us a bit more defensive depth and stuff like that, which was what we really want this year, is to get more defensive depth. We're also going to be signing a couple scouts, which is there's tons out here. USA scout, A-, and then an OHL scout, which we need as well. Sweet. So nice scouts that we added to the team. All right. Now, let's continue the simulation here for the boys. Let's see what we can get. Also, sorry guys that this video is going to be extra long. I'm just going to have a special episode out here today, and we're going to have a nice long video for the Detroit Red Wings and get to the start of the regular season and then kind of simulate the rest of the season there. Malcolm Subban, Chris Tierney decides to go to the New Jersey Devils, so he decides not to sign with the team. Duclair signs with the team. Bozak signs with the team. So we got some nice depth players with the team. Philip Grubauer signs, and Ryan Pulock decides to take his talent over to Boston. So we do not get Ryan Pulock, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, that's all that's left. And if you sign him for 3 years, it's 2 years no movement clause and 1 year no trade clause. So same amount of years for the no movement clause, but if we need to trade away Hronek, we could trade away Hronek. I'm thinking for somebody that could help us out for the future of this team, Petro Angelo is our guy. I know we're locking him up on a lot of money, but I mean, let's actually take a look at our budget right now. Let's take a look at it. Let's see the amount of money we have and what we can do with it, right? So next year, who do we need to sign? Zadina. How much? $5 million out of the money that we're going to have, because it's going to take a slash big time with that $11 million deal. Our depth is going to want a lot of money. We're not really getting too much money off the books. In general, we're not getting too much money off the books because of the fact that Detroit has signed some horrible contracts over the years, and we're having to pay for it. I don't know. Timoshev, that's a guy that we could definitely get rid of to release some salary cap up, which gives us some extra money. But you're signing a lot of money on a big-time defenseman where I don't know if he's really worth the payment of getting to help this team out for right now. Like, for right now, it'd be nice, but I don't know if it's something that we really need for the team, something that's going to really help us. Because what happens if we do the deal? Like, is it going to really make us a playoff team? Is it really going to make us a Stanley Cup winning team? I feel like maybe going after Dustin Byfuglien would be somebody better for the team. Somebody that can help us out. Veteran, he could be a huge leadership guy for the team, I think. So Dustin Byfuglien is going to be the guy that we're going to go after. He could help us with the future of this team. He's going to want a 1 year no movement clause. That's fine by me. So no movement clause for Dustin Byfuglien for 1 year at $7.725 million, and then we could take a look at what we want to do next year with Abel Gray developing and stuff like that, and we could slowly take it slowly, right? That's what we could do. We're also going to get Philip Danault since we missed on Chris Tierney. We're just going to sign Philip Danault on a 1 year deal. Where the fuck, New Jersey, are you going after this bitch? Like, fuck off. You're already losing all our other chances. No trade clause. I'll sign him I'll just sign him to 1 year. So we can only send him $5.2 million for Philip Danault. Hopefully he signs with the team, because that would really make us have a good third line, man. That would really make us have a submitted good third line, and he signs with the team. That's what I'm talking about. Philip Danault signs with the Detroit Red Wings. And does Dustin Byfuglien sign with the team as well? He does not. He rejects the deal, and he wants to be on a winning team. All right, understandable. We'll take a look at somebody else then. I mean, there's nothing really out there now. I mean, you're gonna basically have the same defense core, but I mean, Matt Niskanen, I'll pay. I wouldn't mind Matt Niskanen, depth defenseman, 1 year deal. Let's see if we can get him. And there's the only other guy is Petro Angelo. I mean, he's making himself cheaper, but I mean, we would have to spend our entire budget that we have right now on that guy. So no movement clause for Matt Niskanen for that 1 year deal, and we'll sign up for 4.450 to come to Detroit. And man, we could potentially be a playoff team. And he goes to St. Louis. I don't know why these motherfuckers are deciding not to sign with us. Like, we're potentially a playoff team this year. Alexander Edler. I mean, that's not a bad move either. Nice, really depth. And he's a Swedish-born defenseman. He would love to play here in Detroit. Every Swedish-born defenseman loves to play here in Detroit. I mean, come on. He only wants a no-trade clause. So that gives us a possibility of even trading him later on. So $4.475 million for Alexander Edler. And he decides to go with Montreal. Fuck you guys. Like, you're such pieces of shit. We lost Pulock, we lost Edler, we lost Niskanen, we lost Byfuglien. Like this is bullshit. So we're just gonna go with the core that we have. We'll get Bowie back on the team. We'll go with Mort Snyder and Madison Bowie, and we'll just go with the rest of the core that we have. Because honestly, it's just we're not getting lucky at all with signing defensemen right now. So we'll get Madison Bowie back on the team. Might as fucking well. I mean, what else can we do right now? There's nothing really we can do with this team. It's just, it's a waiting game, right? We don't want to go after and sign a stupid contract with our man, Petro, Angelo. We want to play smart with our money, right? Because we're going to have to deal with future contracts with Mantha and Larkin and stuff like that. And I don't want to be extremely dumb and sign Petro Angelo to such a stupid, ridiculous contract that's going to fuck our team up for the future. I'd rather play it smart, sign some smart people. We got Philip Grubauer. We've got some big players. We got Danault. We made that bottom six a more significant of a line that I think it's going to play a lot better, right? We improved that top six for our forward core. We got a little bit better defensively with Hronek, Cholowski, Dylan, and Syorpkin this next season. And I think Syorpkin and Hronek and Cholowski are going to hopefully take it to the next level, because that's what we really need. And this year, we're going to decide on our captain. And I'm going to officially name Dylan Larkin the captain of this team. He's been such a leadership. He's been such a huge leader for this team for such a long time, and I think Dylan Larkin deserves to be a big leader. And Tyler Bertuzzi, he deserves to take that A as well. So Dylan Larkin, you're now officially the leader of this team, and you need to take the rights of this team. So let's take a look at what we got for this upcoming season. So still a great top six. Defense, depth-wise, we're actually looking pretty good this season. I'm actually really excited about it. We're going to have to make a couple trades, couple of moves. Defensively, we're not looking that bad either. Definitely not the greatest in the world, but not too bad. We are going to have to make a couple moves. And then Philip Grubauer, our starting goaltender, and it's actually looking pretty solid. I am actually liking the way that this team is looking for this upcoming season. I do want Mantha. I don't want Zadina up on the first line. I want him down on the second line. I find him more used down there with everyone that we got. I don't know what the fuck William Kessler is thinking with the lineups. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I wanted that. Heroes, Danault, Duclair. That looks like a very good line. Depth-wise, not too bad defensively. That's why we got Tyler Bozak. Who do you want to keep? Rasmussen, a 9th overall selection. I think we try to keep Rasmussen in the lineup. I think that's a big thing for us right now. I mean, we could throw him up on that line here, but that means that it really doesn't do anything for that line. And we're at -2 with this line. Okay, that's going to be something. That's going to be a hot topic later on. Yeah, we're going to have to put Rasmussen up there. That's going to be a hot topic for the next video, what we do with Chevy and Rasmussen and stuff like that. Because these are pretty big picks. Like 19th overall. He's a fucking 9th overall selection. So we're going to have to deal with that much later on. Defensively, I think we keep Hronek, Cholowski, and we keep the core the same. Syorpkin, I feel like he's ready defensively to go alongside Brendan Dillon. And we got a great goaltender in Philip Grubauer, who's going to have to be a stone-cold wall if we're going to really make it to the playoffs this season. And otherwise, we're going to have to make some moves. I think we could definitely move up for a defenseman. And we're going to look through the trading block and stuff like that. I also want to take a look at Abel Gray. Yeah, he's still a 79 overall. I think we just keep him the way that he is right now, and we keep everyone unsigned. But let's take a look at the trading block, see if there's anybody that you guys like, see if there's anybody you think would be a nice pickup for the Detroit Red Wings. You got Hjalmarsson. He's 34 years old, though, on a... How many years left? 4 more years left on his contract, so definitely a no-go for Hjalmarsson, I think. Who else do we got? Jonathan Toews, not too bad, 88 overall. Dallas Stars. You got TJ Brody. That's not too bad. John Klingberg, who has 1 year left. I mean, you might have to sign up the motherfucker, but maybe somebody to think about. Philip Broberg, but he's too young. Vatanen, that's somebody to maybe pick up. Jared Spurgeon, but a lot of money there for him. Who else do you got? Michael Stone, but he's kind of a shitty defenseman. Excuse me. Dustin Byfuglien, he's open, but he didn't want to come to this team, so he's off the table. Brent Burns, Vlasic, they're old though. They're declining a lot of money. JT Miller, Christopher Tanev, Tyler Myers. Tyler Myers might be off the table because he has 3 years left, but Tanev definitely might be on the table to pick up. And that looks like that is it. Yes. So if you guys have any ideas for who do we pick up in the next video, comment that down below. But for right now, guys, I'm going to sign off here, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.